will never find out who Moab is. You'll never find out.
Devastation, forced exiles, and eventual cultural assimilation into expanding Arab population.
It was from the time of Nebuchadnezzar all the way to the time of the Greeks in increments. Go ahead.
Instead, they permanently vanished from history.
Now, give me the next one. IT. The Moabites, yep, that's it. Let's read that.
The Moabites and Ammonites did not leave their ancestral lands in a single voluntary exodus.
It was from the time of Nebuchadnezzar all the way to the time of the Greeks in increments. Go ahead.
Instead, they permanently vanished from history between the 6th and 1st centuries BCE due to military devastation, forced exiles, and eventual cultural assimilation into expanding Arab population.
So the Arabs began to take over. Go ahead.
Okay, so that's my point right there. I'm glad he brought this out. See, every time I always listen to him because he bring out stuff, but he really don't know what he's saying. So he started off saying, you watch the video, those people on land, they don't know what they talking about. They, Moab and they say Moab and China and Japanese and Ammon, they try to say that's Esau, But then right here, he explained this book, his own book, explains, well, his book he's reading, explains what happened to Moab. They were taken over by Arabs. Were they taken over by Ishmael? No, we still got to figure that out. The Arabs, they were placed into the Arabs' care. Most High, he assimilated them into the Arabs' care. Now we know the Arabs are. All you have to do, you don't have to do no DNA test. All you have to do is follow the melanin. If your melanin has been taken away, Esau is planting his seed and he's becoming dominant. The dominant gene is Esau's seed. If your melanin is leaving. Now, if you're being restored, your melanin being restored, then either the Hamites or the Israelites are becoming dominant in your region. Your offspring are becoming more melanated from the melanated people. Your offsprings are the offspring of the melanated people. You don't need no DNA or nothing like that. Just follow the melanin. Follow the melanin count. Okay? So I'm gonna keep this, and so the same thing happened. A blancamiento. That's happened. That explains everything. That explains why the people seem to vanish. The original people of the land seem to vanish, and all of a sudden you get the non-melanin group of people pop up in their land saying, they changed their name and changed the land, and now no more Moab, no more Ammon, no more Ishmael, but now we Arabs and we are Chinese and Japanese, we are, we Russians, or either, they went up over in Europe and they took the Dark Age, they took Japhets and changed the name from the Japhites to the Europeans, and we went over there and the Moors, when the Moors took over the Dark Ages. Now the people going in them caves didn't have them Swazi names in Europe. They came out and took our names. Japhet they had already done away with the Japhites, but then when we took over Rome and went over in Europe and ran them in the caves, when they came out, they took over our names, the names we had, which was not really our names. But they took our names because they didn't have no names. They didn't have no language. They was talking like donkeys. They didn't have no language. We had set up government, and they came and took that. They copied that like they copying everything else. And I'm going to put online, I'm going to put on some short videos where it show you how they became enlightened to try to replicate humanity. They are not human. They were never they were not human. They never they never said they were human. They never claimed to be human, right? They never claimed to be human. If you study them in their land, prehistoric Esau, prehistoric Rome, they never made a claim to be human. They were barbaric. And everything they're doing now is nothing but prehistoric Edomites. Prehistoric barbaric Rome, Greek, and they're doing everything now. Their mindset never changed. And they're doing everything now that they did prehistorically. And I can show you that. And I'm going to show it. I'm put it out in some other videos, but I'm going to probably use this clip for that particular video. So I'm glad Nate always helped me fuel. He always helped me fuel my videos, because he do really extensive. He got a nice team. I don't have a team, so I would just wait on the Holy Spirit. But he helped me produce a lot of material, because he might have a different breakdown. Now, this is a whole different thing. He'll come to it eventually. He'll come to it. His breakdowns usually come to, but he's a little slower than I am when it comes to knowing the nations of people. The Holy Spirit has gifted me with that. It'll take him a while to get to it, but he'll get to it. So all praises to the Most High.